Hi, my name's Jodelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about doing the tough stuff. Doing things that are easy and doing things that you're good at are going to leave you feeling like a big fish in a small pond. Your perception is going to be skewed. You want to get out there, you want to challenge yourself. You want to be the little fish. You want your pond to be huge. You want it to be the ocean because that's what's going to challenge you. That's what's going to drive you to be better. That is what's going to stop you from getting complacent. Doing the tough stuff, doing the scary stuff, that is the stuff that will challenge and change and grow you. Now, the tough stuff doesn't always just land in your lap. Sometimes you have to really think. You have to go out and find something that's tough, something that's going to challenge you. And so one of the tools that I have found that's really helped with this, that's really helped me visualize where I'm lacking in my life and that I want to try to challenge myself a bit more, is I used this chart, and I will link it in the description. I'll also probably flash it up on the page here. It's basically just a pie chart with different buckets on it. When you have this pie chart, now what you want to do is you're just shading it in. So the health piece for me was just shaded actually quite low as I was doing this exercise probably about 6 months ago. The other pieces that were low were my friends and community. Those three were the pieces where I wanted to put more of my energy. So since then, I've joined Orange Theory, which is an awesome fitness thing. If you haven't heard of it, it's really great. It feeds into my competitive spirit. You get a heart rate monitor and your name goes up on a board. You're basically just trying to stay in the orange zone. The other piece of the pie that was quite low was my friendships. And when I had done this exercise and saw that, I just started reaching out more. And I put on my to-do list to call my friends, to reach out to them, to start inviting them to things. That was a big stretch for me. I had realized that I was always waiting to be invited to places. I was always waiting to be reached out to. I didn't realize that I could do the reaching out. And so that has been actually really fun for me. It's been really exciting and it's really fulfilled me in that way. It kind of was closely linked with community because again, I'm not really great at reaching out. I kind of let the opportunities or the world come to me. Throughout the last couple of years, really realizing that I need to have a voice, I also realized that I need to have a voice in my community and in my friendships. And so the community building has been great. I've reached out to some people on Instagram. I have started putting myself out there. Oh my gosh, yesterday I went and did a modeling audition. I swear everyone was like 20 years old. They were gorgeous. And I was totally out of my comfort zone. To me, that was a tough thing to do. I felt very out of my element. I was definitely a small fish in a gigantic ocean, but it felt really good and it gave me a boost of confidence. People were so incredibly nice. I made a couple connections there I'm really excited about, and it just was really nice to be in that situation. And I don't know what opportunities might come out of that. Maybe I'll actually get to walk in the show, but if not, that's okay too. I met some really great women and they've added me on Instagram. I've added them. I was really proud of myself for putting myself out there. It also made me realize that my communication skills on camera are great. My communication skills in my work are great. But when I'm out in a public setting and it's not a business meeting, I get very nervous. And one of the questions they had asked me was, where can we find you? And I was like, oh, I have a YouTube channel. I got a little nervous. I got a little stumbly over my words. I didn't have a clear picture of what my channel was beyond helping people with their leadership skills and building confidence and building charisma. It just didn't roll off the tongue as easily. So it made me realize that I still need to practice that piece, that community building, because it's not always going to be a perfect setting, things that I'm used to. It's going to be different settings with people that I have never met before. It was really eye-opening for me that that is an area of my life where I really want to build some more confidence, is that like on the fly conversations and being put on the spot in those moments. So by filling out that chart, it let me see where I was lacking, what areas I was lacking in. And that's where I got to push myself a little, push myself out of my comfort zone. And that's what you're looking for. Now that's just to figure out a problem. If you have a problem that gets presented to you, or you have a challenge that's presented to you, I had one where I could run for the advisory board and I had to make a decision to run for it. And I failed miserably. And I actually have a video about that. I'll link it here, one of my biggest failures. But that was doing the tough stuff. That was putting myself out there. But that was something that was presented to me, dropped in my lap, and I had a choice to either take it or not take it. The chart is really meant to help you figure out maybe where you might find an opportunity if one isn't already presented itself. If it has, then you're 10 steps ahead of the program. So some other tough stuff in people's lives: dreaming big and going for it. Starting over later in life, or just starting over in general. normal. Starting over can be really tough for anyone. Some other tough stuff is sobriety and working through conflicts with friends, working through conflicts with your spouse. Sometimes it's easier just to leave or just say see you later and just cut those people out of your life. But the tough stuff is staying, is working through that stuff and building on those relationships and walking through the fire with those people, because those relationships end up being so amazing and so valuable and so real. And to have that real, authentic relationship where you're not just perfect for the other person is such a huge gift. And as I think about my life and think about my friends and my husband, I really think about how grateful I am to have the people in my life, and they've given me the grace to fuck up and apologize and be a better person going forward. And so in turn, it will be a skill that I have now that I can offer to somebody else because it's been offered to me. Another thing that's tough is making it through a huge learning curve when you're trying something new. When I started YouTube videos, I could not for the life of me figure out how to get it from my device onto my computer, and I still deal with it. If I record on anything other than my camera with the cord that's already set up on my computer, it's a struggle for me, and it creates a hurdle, and it's easier to say, oh, okay, forget it, I just can't be bothered, and to maybe dream about something else. But stick through it, walk through that mud, walk through that fire, walk through all that tough stuff, because at the end, when you look back, you can be so proud of how far you've come, and it's really great to take the path less traveled. No matter what, the tough stuff is going to change you. It won't always be for the better. You might have some great things that you're able to learn out of it, but it might be things like learning how to deal with grief or learning how to deal with loss. Doing the tough stuff doesn't always mean that the outcome is going to be positive, but it will change you and it will have some growth opportunity in it. Just might not be in the way that you think. Or it could be in a fabulous way, and it could make you a more confident, charismatic, amazing person with lots of knowledge about life that is totally interested in the world around you. And whatever that is for you, I just challenge you, do the thing that's hard. Do the thing that's hard and stick with it and see it through to the end. Thanks very much for watching. If you like what you saw, sub if you love, and I will catch you in another video. Bye!